Yeah, so you can see some of the rain, little rain showers and stuff falling. And you ever go to any of the Michigan games?
Not extra to the game, just to tailgate.
What are they doing down there? Tower 3, Yankee, there's no TFR over the stadium today, is there?
Not in the vicinity of the stadium, have an aircraft just off the departure and then left turn westbound.
3 Yankee, roger. Maybe it's the Slippery Rock game. I forget when they're supposed to be doing that.
What's that?
Slippery Rock? Have you never heard of that? So like,
And Cessna 40 Tango.
it's hard to explain. Way back in the day, like, do you know who Don Canham is? He's the old athletic director, like back in the 60s and 70s that made like Michigan what it is, like made it like such a big stadium, like such a big deal to be there. And so one of the things he did on like a bye week is he brought this no-name school, Slippery Rock, to Michigan to actually play one of the games there. And they're like from Virginia maybe or some random place. So ever since then, like Slippery Rock's been like part of like the Michigan family. Like they'll always, if you ever go to a game, they'll always announce the Slippery Rock score. And like with all the other football scores, you know, going around the country. But they always talk about Slippery Rock because it's like, and people are always like cheering like if they're winning. And it was way before my time. Like my dad explained it to me one day. I don't really get it, but I have no idea what they're doing down there. Huh. Let me go ahead and close this vent here a little bit. It's like blowing around the windshield and making me cold.
I didn't realize it was open.
And 3 Yankees departing your Delta eastbound.
Cessna 38 Yankee, roger, on course approved.
On course approved, 3 Yankee. So I'll have you go ahead and reach forward if you'd like. Basically, to fly the airplane, we're just looking straight out the windshield and looking at the horizon in relation to the nose. If you see the nose pitch up on you at all, then you just push forward on it to lower it back. Right about this attitude here is we want to see like 3 or 4 inches or so. That's perfect. And then you can use this instrument panel here to tell if you're level, you know, if you're turning a little to the right, you can turn a little back to the left. Just be really relaxed. You can relax in the seat. Don't have to squeeze the yoke too hard. Don't have to like tense up in your shoulders. Everyone always like gets this death grip.
40 Tango. Cessna 40 Tango, frequency change approved. Have a good flight. Alright, we'll call you on the way back.
3 Yankee, request frequency change.
Cessna 38 Yankee, frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Change approved, 3 Yankee, talk to you, 3 Yankee, talk to you in a bit. Willow Run Tower, Skyhawk 153 Yankee, 2 miles east of the Ann Arbor Airport. Request transfer Delta over Belleville Lake and confirm there's no TFR over Eastern.
Aircraft inbound. Second call sign?
That's Skyhawk 153 Yankee, 2 miles east of Ann Arbor.
Okay, 150 Yankee, Willow Run Tower. Proceed through the class Delta to Belleville, and nope, no TFR at this time. I believe they're playing out east.
3 Yankee, roger. We'll proceed to Belleville Lake. Having fun?
Like, weird move.
Willow Run altimeter 299
You're doing good.
Oh.
That's okay, you just turn a little back to the left. You see the nose go down a little bit, you just pull back a hair. You're doing great, you're fine.
Towards you?
Yeah, yep, exactly. Pull it, go ahead and pull back a little bit. You'll see the nose rise up.
King or 0 Victor Papa, did you experience the gains and losses of 5 knots, and do you remember what the base was?
Yeah, the bases were about 2,700, and that was pretty smooth coming down final.
Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
We're aiming basically just for these lakes here, just to the right of the airport there. Turn a little back to the right. Doing good. Any questions so far?
No. how fast we're going right here?
Yep, you're doing about 100 miles an hour through the air, and we're doing, so we have a tailwind right now, we're doing 100 knots, so that's about 120 miles per hour over the ground.
Okay.
Yep. It's funny when you're up high, it almost seems like you're going like slower than the cars. Which can happen too, I mean like I said, if you get a really strong headwind, like turning back the other way, this will be down around 60. So we'll be going really slow. It's just a really strong wind out of the west today. At least if you want the video, you always have proof that you actually flew the airplane.
Yeah, you're not just making it up.
And then I finally did one day. I was like, oh my god, this makes such a big difference. Like, this is incredible. And so for my next lesson, like, I went out and I asked the instructor, I was like, hey, I was working on my commercial license at the time. I was like, hey, do you guys have any cushions around? He's like, yeah, there's some cushions that the girls use sometimes in the back room if you want to go grab one there. And he was like this old airline pilot, old crusty guy. I was like, oh, appreciate it, thanks. So even though it's like kind of cloudy today, we got great visibility. See downtown Detroit.
Oh, wow.
You've got Detroit Metro Airport directly in front of us. That's Willow Run Airport. And then down where these smokestacks are, you've got the two short fat ones, the two skinnier ones, and then one across the lake. And the one across the lake is actually Sandusky, Ohio. That's where Cedar Point is.
Oh, wow.
So that's like 50 miles away that you can see. If you actually just head right for it, you'll be there in about 25 minutes, and you can call them and be like, hey, I'm coming to land Sandusky, and, you know, call the amusement park, and they'll send a car.
Or are you going to maneuver before you go in?
3 Yankee, we're just orbiting the lake, and then we'll be departing your Delta back westbound to Ann Arbor.
3 Yankee, roger.
But you can call them before you take off and be like, hey, I'll be there in like a half hour, and they'll have a car waiting for you to take you to the amusement park.
Oh, wow.
It's a way better way than driving an hour and a half to get there.
I'm actually doing that tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Should have scheduled your flight for tomorrow, we would have just dropped you off.
Dang. This is Belleville?
Yeah, this is basically the city of Belleville, or I guess downtown Belleville's just up ahead there by the bridges. There's the runways of Detroit Metro. Go ahead and make a little left turn here. We'll make kind of like a U-turn. Actually, do you have anything planned after this for the day? I've got to come back out here at some point to Belleville Airport and get fuel. And so, while it's not raining, maybe we'll do that now. And use 10 minutes of your time, and you'll get to check out what it's like to land on a grass runway. We'll just keep making a little left turn then, and basically make a full U-turn. I'll reduce our power a little bit. That'll help us slowly start descending. We're almost about 2,000 feet above the ground right now, so we'll descend back to about 1,000 feet. Well, we'll just keep wrapping around westbound, and then actually the Belleville Airport's just off our left side. Yep. And 3 Yankee, actually we're going to go over to Belleville and make a little fuel stop over there.
Alright, 3 Yankee, roger, no observed traffic in your area for change approved.
Roger, frequency change approved, 3 Yankee. Cool, we can roll out here. Off the left side out there, if you look, there's a little brown field. You can see a corn maze. And you can head just to the right of the corn maze, actually. A little left turn, and... Do you see it out there, or...?
No.
Not quite? Oh, we'll just keep turning left. You'll see it in a second once we fly over it.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
I went to that one with some friends and actually flew over the day before and took a picture. And then I was the first one to finish and like got through it. And they're like, dude, like how'd you know? And I was like, I'm like a mouse, like I got like a built-in instinct and just awesome at these.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For 1,000 feet above the ground, go ahead and set our power back. I'll go ahead and take the flight controls here, and we'll fly right over the Belleville Airport. It's kind of hard to see. It's hard to tell it's an actual airport.
Yeah, I'm like, am I...
Well, because it's a grass runway, it tends to blend in with all the other, you know, grass. It's all the same color. Off our left side, just in front of us, is the runway. With all the little yellow cones on the side.
Yeah. Gonna go like this?
Yep, exactly. Make a little left-handed rectangle around it. So to get set up for landing, I just pre-trim the airplane for a slower airspeed to help me kind of pull back, fly a little slower. I always think about pulling back to go slow, push forward to go fast, and then power for altitude. If you want to go higher, I just add more power. If you want to go lower, I reduce power. People always, you know, because it raises the nose, they think, oh, if I pull back, I'll raise the nose, I'll go up. But ultimately, you just get really slow, and you start to sink really fast, so you just slow down. Drop our first 10 degrees of flaps here. It's actually been like a couple weeks since we've had this good of visibility to see all the way down into Ohio and over to Detroit and Canada. So right now we're doing about 55 miles per hour over the ground. We're going right into the wind. Just hold the airplane up until she doesn't want to fly anymore. A little beep there just kind of lets you know you're getting slow, which is exactly what you want to hear when you're landing is, you know, you're getting slowed down. And airplanes, why landing so hard is because they're built to fly. And so you have to make an airplane do what it doesn't want to do. It doesn't want to be on the ground. So basically the best way to land is just get so slow that it doesn't want to fly anymore. It basically just can't generate lift and it has to settle onto the ground. Around, we can go ahead and start rolling. Willow Tower, Skyhawk 3 Yankee, off the departure end of runway 33 out of Belleville, westbound Ann Arbor.
3 Yankee, we're on tower, altimeter is 2995.
2995, 3 Yankee. Go ahead and retract our flaps. If you'd like, you can go ahead and reach forward, take controls, and you can fly the airplane again. Nose will be a little higher than before because we're still climbing up a little bit. I'll set our cruise RPM here. You can see all the little bits of rain falling. You can actually almost pick your way through, go through lighter rain, or if you want to wash the airplane, wash the gasoline off the windshield, you can go through heavier rain. And
Three Yankee, frame change approved.
frame change approved, 3 Yankee, talk to you in a bit. Switch over to Ann Arbor here. Ann Arbor Tower, Skyhawk 153 Yankee, 7 miles east, inbound landing.
Cessna 153 Yankee, Ann Arbor Tower, enter right downwind runway 6.
Right downwind, runway 6, 3 Yankee.
Cessna 40 Tango, runway 6, cleared to land, wind 33017.
That's alright.
Clear land.
You can basically just follow 94 all the way back westbound. Take a little left turn. Very good, and roll the wings level here. Push the nose down a little bit. Give the airplane a little bath. In case you ever wondered what it looks like for the pilots when you're flying through rain in a big jet. Live around Ann Arbor then, or?
No, I live over by Novi, Northville area.
Oh, okay.
I used to live in Ypsilanti and go to Eastern.
Okay. What'd you get your degree in?
Psychology and entrepreneurship.
Oh, okay.
I work in HR now.
That's interesting. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah.
Like start your own practice, I guess.
What do you do for U of M?
I work for the women's rowing team. For the athletic athletic department.
I always see them on the Huron.
Yeah, that's the men's team up there on the Huron River on Argo, and then on Belleville Lake is the women's team.
Is what?
The women's team?
Oh.
Yep.
They never go on another one?
No, it's separate because the men's team's club, and then the women's team is Division 1. So they yeah, they've got their own boathouse and all that. Go ahead and reduce our power here a little bit. We'll slowly descend.
Cessna 38 Yankee, runway 6, cleared to land, wind 36016.
Full land, runway 6, 3 Yankee. We're still a little ways out, but
40 Tango.
it's common to get a landing clearance when you're still a few miles out. We can turn a little to the left.
Quick, we're on 80, back to Alpha 2 and ground, point 6, 40 Tango.
Any questions so far?
Can I take a picture?
Certainly.
Before we land?
Selfie?
No, I mean, more of like the...
Oh yeah, no, I can hold the airplane for you.
Okay.
Gotta do the airplane selfie, I mean, come on.
Arbor Tower, lifeguard copter 365 Alpha.
Lifeguard copter 365 Alpha and Arbor Tower.
I've been meaning to come up here and get some pictures with all the trees changed and everything.
Yeah.
But
Lifeguard
I always forget my good camera at home.
Space altimeter 2995.
Traffic 2995, clear distance Delta copter, medevac 365 Alpha.
Is there anything you can think of you want to do before you land? Barrel roll, stalls, loops?
209 Whiskey, coming in from the south.
Everything.
Everything?
Nancy 20902 Whiskey and Arbor Tower, enter right base runway 6, number 2 for the field, Cessna just entering right downwind.
Right base for 6, number 2, 9 Whiskey.
Tower wind check.
Wind 3408.
3 Yankee, request full stop 30.
Cessna 38 Yankee, runway 30, cleared to land.
Clear to land 30, 3 Yankee. We'll give you a taste of a steep turn at least before you land. Look at your window at the ground. Although we're moving fast, the airplane's basically saying because you're putting extra load on it, or it theoretically weighs more, you can hear the stall horn going, warning you that you're getting slow for that much weight.
Nancy 902 Whiskey, that traffic to follow did just switch over to runway 30. He's on left base, just about to turn a half mile final for 30.
Okay, you still want me to use runway 6?
Yes, sir. Continue for runway 6. You're number 2 for the field. That Cessna is just turning a half mile final for 30.
Okay, I'm on a right base for 6, 9 Whiskey.
You can see here how the nose is like pointing off to the right because the wind's actually coming from the right. And so just before we land, I'll press on the left rudder and straighten the nose around. That's the other thing we use the rudders for in the air.
at Arbor Tower, medevac copy 365 Alpha with University pad in sight.
Medevac 65 Alpha, roger, wind at the airport 02014.
65 Alpha.
Kind of fun laying on grass, isn't it?
Bonanza 902 Whiskey, runway 6 cleared to land.
Clear to land, 92 Whiskey.
They say like that these are more dangerous, more accidents, but I feel like more comfortable in this than.
I hate flying commercial. I always fly myself. 3 Yankees going to Aviation Center.
Cessna 38 Whiskey, ground point 6.
Ground point 6, 3 Yankee. Call ground control. Sometimes the tower just gives us a taxi clearance, but. Hanover ground, Skyhawk 153 Yankee, holding short Alpha on 30, taxiing Aviation Center.
Hanover 153 Yankee, and I'm ground taxi to Aviation Center via Alpha.
Aviation Center via Alpha, 3 Yankee.